Once upon a time, in the magical kingdom of Luminara, there lived a kind-hearted princess named Maggie. Princess Maggie was known for her compassion and bravery, always seeking ways to help her people and protect her kingdom. One day, while exploring the ancient castle library, she stumbled upon a dusty old book with a shimmering cover titled The Legend of the Crystal Wand. Intrigued, Maggie opened the book and began to read. According to the legend, the crystal wand was a powerful artifact capable of granting its wielder incredible magical abilities. It had been hidden away centuries ago to prevent it from falling into the wrong hands. Only someone with a pure heart and noble intentions could find and use the wand. As Maggie read further, she discovered a map tucked between the pages. The map detailed the journey to find the crystal wand, starting from the enchanted forest of Evergreen, through the treacherous Misty Mountains, and finally to the hidden Cave of Crystals. Determined to find the wand and use its power to protect her kingdom, Maggie set off on her quest the very next day. She packed provisions, put on her traveling cloak, and with a heart full of courage, began her adventure. The enchanted forest of Evergreen was the first challenge. As Maggie entered the forest, she felt the magic in the air, and the trees seemed to whisper secrets. Following the map's guidance, she navigated through the dense foliage, encountering friendly forest creatures who offered their help. A wise old owl named Oliver became her guide, leading her to a hidden grove where a riddle awaited her. "To pass, you must answer this riddle," Oliver hooted. "What has roots as nobody sees, is taller than trees, up, up it goes, and yet never grows?" Maggie thought for a moment and then smiled. "A mountain," she answered confidently. The trees rustled with approval, and a hidden path opened before her. Maggie thanked Oliver and continued her journey, now heading towards the Misty Mountains. The Misty Mountains were cold and foreboding, with thick fog obscuring the path. As Maggie climbed higher, she encountered an old hermit who lived in a small hut on the mountainside. The hermit warned her of the dangers ahead and offered her a special lantern that could cut through the mist. "Thank you, kind sir," Maggie said. "Your gift will be invaluable." With the lantern lighting her way, Maggie pressed on, braving steep cliffs and icy winds. Finally, she reached the summit and saw the entrance to the Cave of Crystals below. The cave entrance was guarded by a majestic griffin, its feathers shimmering in the dim light. "Only the pure of heart may enter," the griffin said. "Why do you seek the crystal wand?" "I seek the wand to protect my kingdom and bring peace to my people," Maggie replied sincerely. The griffin nodded and allowed her to pass. Inside the cave, Maggie marveled at the walls lined with sparkling crystals. At the center of the cave, on a pedestal, stood the crystal wand, glowing with an ethereal light. Maggie approached the wand and gently took it in her hands. As she did, a surge of warmth and power flowed through her. The wand recognized her pure heart and noble intentions, and its magic became hers to command. With the crystal wand in hand, Maggie returned to Luminara, her journey a success. Using the wand's power, she strengthened the kingdom's defenses, healed the sick, and ensured that peace and prosperity flourished. Princess Maggie's bravery and kindness became legendary, and the tale of her quest for the crystal wand was told for generations. She ruled Luminara with wisdom and compassion, always using her newfound magic for the good of her people. And so, Princess Maggie and the crystal wand brought light and happiness to the kingdom of Luminara, living happily ever after in a land filled with magic and love. Once upon a time, in the serene kingdom of Melodia, there lived a talented princess named Helena. Princess Helena had a gift that was known throughout the land: her voice. Her singing was so enchanting that it could calm storms, heal hearts, and bring joy to everyone who heard it. But the source of her magical voice was a secret only known to her: the singing forest. The singing forest was a mystical place on the outskirts of Melodia, where every tree, flower, and creature had its own unique song. The melodies intertwined, creating a symphony that could be heard only by those who truly believed in the magic of music. Helena discovered this wondrous place when she was a child, and ever since, she would visit the forest to learn new songs and harmonize with its magical inhabitants. One day, as Helena sang in the forest, she noticed the songs of the trees and flowers were growing faint. Concerned, she ventured deeper into the forest and found a wise old oak tree, the guardian of the singing forest. "Guardian Oak, why are the songs of the forest fading?" Helena asked, her voice filled with worry. The guardian oak sighed, its ancient branches creaking. "A dark enchantment has been cast upon the forest, Princess Helena. The sorcerer of silence seeks to steal our music and plunge Melodia into silence. Only someone with a voice pure and strong enough can break the enchantment." Helena's heart sank, but she knew she had to save the forest. "Tell me what I must do, Guardian Oak." "You must find the echo crystal," the oak replied. "It lies hidden in the Cave of Echoes, deep within the forest. Once you find it, sing the Song of Light to restore the forest's music." Determined to save her beloved forest, Helena set off on her quest. The path to the Cave of Echoes was treacherous, filled with thorny vines and tricky illusions created by the sorcerer of silence. But Helena's voice guided her, each note dispelling the dark magic as she moved forward. As she approached the cave, she encountered a flock of enchanted birds trapped in a cage of silence. They fluttered desperately, unable to sing. Helena knelt beside them and sang a gentle lullaby. The cage dissolved, and the birds' voices returned, harmonizing with her song in gratitude. "Thank you, Princess," the birds chirped. "Follow us, and we will lead you to the Echo Crystal." The birds guided Helena through the labyrinthine cave until they reached a chamber filled with shimmering crystals. In the center lay the Echo Crystal, glowing softly. Helena approached it, her heart pounding with anticipation. She took a deep breath and began to sing the Song of Light, a melody she had learned from the singing forest itself. As her voice filled the chamber, the Echo Crystal began to glow brighter. The light spread, driving away the darkness and lifting the enchantment from the forest. With the final note, the Echo Crystal shattered into a burst of light, and the music of the forest was restored. The trees, flowers, and creatures sang together in a jubilant chorus, their songs louder and more vibrant than ever before. Helena returned to the guardian oak, who smiled warmly at her. "You have saved us, Princess Helena. The singing forest will forever be grateful to you." As Helena left the forest, the melodies followed her, weaving into her voice and making it even more magical. She returned to Melodia, where the people rejoiced at her return. Her singing brought even greater joy and peace to the kingdom, and the tale of her bravery spread far and wide. From that day on, Princess Helena continued to visit the singing forest, her bond with its music unbreakable. The forest's songs lived in her heart, and she sang them for all to hear, ensuring that the magic of Melodia would never fade into silence. And so, Princess Helena and the singing forest thrived in harmony, their songs filling the kingdom with beauty, joy, and everlasting music. Once upon a time, in the mystical and lush land of Himi Island, there lived a gentle and enchanting princess named Ivy. Princess Ivy was known for her love of nature and her special bond with the island's flora and fauna. Every day, she spent hours wandering through the forests, meadows, and gardens, tending to the plants and talking to the animals. One of her favorite places on Himi Island was the butterfly garden. This magical garden was a hidden sanctuary filled with vibrant flowers and countless butterflies of every color. It was said that the garden had a special enchantment, granting peaceful dreams to anyone who slept there. One sunny afternoon, after a long day of exploring, Princess Ivy decided to rest in the butterfly garden. She found a cozy spot under a large flowering tree, its branches adorned with fluttering butterflies. As she lay down, the butterflies gently settled around her, forming a delicate, colorful blanket. As Ivy drifted into a deep sleep, the magic of the garden began to work. She found herself in a dreamlike world where everything seemed more vivid and alive. The flowers were larger, the colors more intense, and the air filled with the sweet scent of blossoms. In this dream world, Ivy was greeted by a small, glowing butterfly named Lumina. "Welcome, Princess Ivy," Lumina said in a soft, melodious voice. "You have entered the dream realm of Himi Island, where magic and reality intertwine." Ivy smiled, feeling a sense of wonder. "What adventures await me here, Lumina?" "The dream realm holds many secrets and surprises," Lumina replied. "But first, you must help us. The heart flower, which keeps the balance of magic on Himi Island, has lost its light. Without it, the magic of the island will fade. Determined to help, Ivy agreed to embark on this magical adventure. Lumina guided her to a hidden path that led to the enchanted forest, where the heart flower was said to be located. Along the way, Ivy encountered various magical creatures who offered their assistance. A wise old owl named Orion gave her a feather that could light up the darkest places. A playful fox named Felix gifted her a charm that could reveal hidden paths. And a gentle deer named Bella provided her with a leaf that could heal any wound. With these gifts, Ivy journeyed deeper into the forest until she reached a clearing where the heart flower stood. The once glowing flower was now dim and wilting. Surrounding it were dark, shadowy figures draining its light. "How can we save the heart flower?" Ivy asked Lumina, feeling a sense of urgency. "You must use the gifts you have received," Lumina said. "Combine their magic and direct it towards the heart flower." Ivy took Orion's feather, Felix's charm, and Bella's leaf and held them together. She closed her eyes and focused on her desire to restore the heart flower's light. A warm, bright light emanated from the combined gifts, driving away the shadows and enveloping the heart flower in a radiant glow. Slowly, the heart flower began to revive, its petals brightening and its light growing stronger. The balance of magic on Himi Island was restored. "Thank you, Princess Ivy," Lumina said, her glow even brighter now. "You have saved the heart flower, and with it, the magic of Himi Island." As the dream began to fade, Ivy found herself waking up in the butterfly garden, the butterflies still gently resting around her. She sat up, feeling a deep sense of peace and fulfillment. The adventure had felt so real, and she knew that the magic of Himi Island was stronger than ever. From that day on, Princess Ivy continued to care for the island, with even more dedication, knowing that the heart flower and the magic of Himi Island depended on her love and protection. And every time she visited the butterfly garden, she would remember her magical adventure and the friends she made in the dream realm. And so, Princess Ivy and Himi Island thrived in harmony, their bond growing ever stronger, filled with magic, love, and endless adventures.